Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Teach, where we explore all things haunted dolls. Today we are going over the story of one of the most outspoken and funny spirits in my collection, and that is Destiny. Given her amazing personality and funny sense of humor, you would probably never guess that Destiny has been through it all. She was on her own since age 11, sleeping in abandoned cars by herself. Without going into too many traumatic details, it's important to understand that Destiny was a victim of basically any kind of violence that a woman could experience: drugs, trafficking, all of it. And she survived for as long as she possibly could before dying at age 19. Destiny was found in Dallas, Texas. A woman submitted her for an investigation after finding the doll outside of the club where she danced. She thought it was really strange that someone had left a doll outside in the rain at a strip club. She took her home and she kept the doll for a few weeks. She was rarely home during this time, but when she was at home, she would have the weirdest dreams. Finally, she told someone about the doll, and they suggested submitting her to be investigated. She began to get scared of being responsible for a spirit, and even though she admits she was fascinated by the sounds and the dreams and the weirdness she was experiencing, she said she felt a very strong friendship with the doll, and she was interested in finding out what she could after the evaluation. Sadly, by the time her evaluation was completed, that girl had passed away of an overdose. Despite this girl not really understanding haunted dolls, Destiny had truly found someone who lived as hard as she did that she could relate to, and she was pretty crushed by losing the spirit keeper. Sadly, Destiny had been used, abused, neglected, confused, beat up, and tossed out, and she did not make it. She doesn't even remember her death much. She was using drugs very heavily, and it was very cold that night. She had been very sick, and she just never woke up. She hadn't wanted to wake up for months, and when it finally happened, she just hung out at the club, not really realizing that she had passed away. She explains it as just kind of being there and watching the world go by without her. Several people were interested in becoming Destiny's spirit keeper, and they tried to take her home for a few weeks, and then they would always bring her back with some interesting story, usually involving some weird dream, some super darkly sarcastic comment, or something super strange that she did or said, and she laughs about it. She thinks it's hilarious because she really likes to piss people off who she thinks are disrespecting her, and rightfully so. One of Destiny's favorite stories to tell is about a woman who attempted to be her spirit keeper, whose husband was her nemesis. He was a cop, and she does not like cops because of the run-ins that she had with the police, so she loved to hide his wallet. Soon enough, she was returned, and she said what she had been doing, and she laughed loudly for days about it. She is a dark-humored girl, and she just loves screwing with people. She's really funny in my opinion, but there have been many people who are very offended or creeped out by her, and she is perfectly fine with that. Add all of that up, and you do kind of get into a you love her or hate her situation with Destiny, but we adore her. We find her to be so funny and so witty. Destiny lived a really rough life, and she uses her dark humor and jokes to get through it. Destiny does show herself in human form sometimes, usually wearing a long dress with Doc Marten boots in a very classic 90s style. Destiny is definitely the kind of haunted doll you just need to show to all of your skeptic friends and then just wait. She loves attention, so she will certainly show off when she knows she needs to, and she will absolutely scare the crap out of anybody she feels is disrespecting her in any way. She has serious trauma, but she never lets that be a vulnerability. She will make jokes, dark humor, and sarcasm, and never once be serious about what happened to her, and that's okay. She loves it when people laugh at her or get her jokes, and she loves to be seen and talked to. She really wants to be a friend to her spirit keepers, and we really enjoy having that bond with her. One of the strangest things I've ever seen from a haunted doll is actually with Destiny, and that is her affinity for dirt. Somehow, some way, Destiny is consistently covered in dirt. It is showing up on her shelf around her. It is showing up on her clothing, and she will not let me clean it off of her because she thinks it's funny and says it builds character. I can't say I've ever seen this before, and I'll probably never see it again, and it is just hilarious. Every once in a while, she will also add candy to her dirt pile, and I will find different candies stuck onto her clothes that we did not have in the house before, and she says that she steals them from places. We just love Destiny. Thank you so much for taking the time to get to know her, and subscribe for more haunted doll stories.